It was a very dark time. It was a very lonely time. It was just hard. After you get through nursing school, that's when the real journey begins, and that's when you really get to embrace and embody the nurse version of you. Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video to honestly just catch you guys up on my life. I was absent up until 2 weeks ago from YouTube for about a year and a half-ish. I know it was definitely over a year, and I just want to come on here briefly and explain to you all kind of where I've been, or where, you know, what happened, why I took a break from YouTube. I'm just gonna get into that. So yeah, very briefly, I do want to share with you all. I made an Instagram reel about it, but I also wanted to talk just a little bit more about the service that I stumbled across right before graduation, the service that I used to create my custom graduation stole. The service is called College Wear Inc. They have a website where you can design and create your very own stole, literally from top to bottom, from color to trim to font size, font style, logo, like whatever you want. I'm going to pop up a screen recording as well, but it's a very simple website to use. It's user friendly. There's no app required. You can just go right onto the website and start creating your stole. They even have a YouTube video at the very beginning of the website before you pick your stole, and basically it gives you a step-by-step guide on exactly how to navigate their website and how to create your stole. Website is free to use. You obviously just pay for your stole. Again, I have an affiliate link. The code is Dear Jayla for 10% off. For our fall graduates, it is good to go ahead and order now because this is a very busy season. They work with lots of schools, not like specific to any, like just one school. Any school can do it. Even if, you know, if you want to search your school on the website, they give you an option to do that. So they can kind of give you a base stole. However, if you can't find your school, it does not mean that you cannot create a stole. You can still go ahead and just use like the blank template. It's a blank stole, and you start from scratch, and you can put your school logo, the things that you've been involved in, your favorite quote or verse, your name, your class, your major, a logo. And it took me probably less than 20 or 30 minutes to create my stole, only because I'm pretty particular and I was trying to decide, you know, the placements and how I wanted everything. But it's very easy to use if you already know what you want on your stole. I mean, it's literally as simple as just navigating the website and learning how to use the tools. So this is my stole. Once again, my Bible verse of choice. This logo came from their website. You can actually upload your own logo as well. I put my name, my class, the things that I've been involved in, and this says nursing. It's very nice, high quality. It's literally made to order like exactly how you want it. They do offer expedited shipping. I got mine pretty quickly because I was actually on the hunt to find a stole that I could customize very last minute. But I found this website and they got it to me in a very timely manner. So yeah, I put a link in my Instagram bio. Under the link tree, it says College Wear Inc. You can just click on that link, and I believe it auto-populates my code into your cart. But if not, again, it's Dear Jayla for 10% off. And yeah, I would recommend go ahead and place that order now because, like I said, it's very busy. There's a lot of people from a lot of different areas and a lot of different schools. They are actually trying to order their stoles now. So okay, so basically where I've been. So the reason why I've been missing in action, as I'm gonna call it, basically I failed my second semester of nursing school. So for our program, it was med-surg or adult health, and I failed by not even a full point. But as you all know, nursing school is very strict, so you have to pass some schools. You have to have an 80. Our school, some schools you have to have a 75, a 70. For my school, we had to have a 75. So 750 points out of 1,000 points for the entire semester. And I barely made that mark, and so I failed. And this was in, so I started nursing school fall 2020. I took adult health in spring of 2021. Failed that class. However, they have like a policy where basically you can fail one class and then you can still, you know, like you can retake it, but if you fail a second class, you have to take a year off. So the way my program was set up and my start date, they allowed me to take mental health in the summer. So I did not take that summer off. I had a choice. Like, I was either gonna make that failure define me, or I was going to, like, I guess prove to myself that failing is not the end all be all. It feels absolutely terrible and devastating, and I had every intention on getting on camera and sharing with you all what happened, but every time I tried to film, it was very hard. I wanted to cry, I wanted to beat myself up, like I felt like a failure, and I didn't even feel qualified. Like, I didn't feel good enough to even be on YouTube anymore, because I'm thinking, how am I supposed to motivate people and inspire people and help people, you know, get through nursing school if I'm not even getting through it myself? So I kind of like became my own worst enemy and my own worst critic. And it was a very dark time. It was a very lonely time. I had to watch the people that I started with go on without me and be semesters ahead of me, and I had to make all new friends, and it was just hard. It was hard, it was lonely, and I kind of had to like have a coming to with myself, like, Jayla, like this moment won't last forever, you know, like it hurts to fail, but you can make it like your testimony. So I started sharing with people that I failed, and I actually connected with a lot of people that failed as well. And for a while, like, we went through parts of the program, or the rest of the program, together. And basically, after I failed that first time, I went hard. I took adult health in fall of 2021. Still barely passed that, but you know what? It don't matter, because I knew my stuff clearly. We'll talk about it. I knew my stuff. Just know, don't let nursing school like define the type of nurse that you're going to be, because an A student in nursing school could fail the NCLEX or could pass the NCLEX and be a terrible nurse. A C student, you know, they could barely scrape by in nursing school, but they could shine on the floor. In clinical, they could shine on the floor as a nurse. They could ace the NCLEX. Like, it doesn't matter. Nursing school is about surviving. It is about time management. It is about knowing your strengths and your weaknesses and making and using those to your advantage. Collaborating, like asking for help. You just have to get through nursing school. But after you get through nursing school, that's when the real journey begins, and that's when you really get to embrace and embody the nurse version of you, and you really get to see how smart you are. But don't let nursing school make you feel like you don't know enough, you're not good enough, because that is not the case at all. And I am living, breathing proof. So again, I passed med-surg the second time, and then spring of 2022, I took OB for the first half of that semester, pediatrics the second half of that semester. I'm not gonna lie, those were my two favorite semesters out of the entire program. Hands down, I did the best out of those classes. Like, I did the best in those classes out of all the classes that I took. And the professors were great. Like, I don't know, I just learned a lot, and I felt like a nurse, and it was just a lot of fun. And for a long time, I thought I was gonna be in women's health. I thought I was gonna be in the NICU, but we'll get into that. So during OB and Peds, I applied to take summer complex, which is our final semester. For some, maybe med-surg 2 or adult health 2, but it's complex in my school, and basically you have to apply to take it in the summer, because they give you an option to graduate early. Otherwise, I would have graduated this fall. But I applied. I got into summer complex, and yeah, basically I sacrificed 10 weeks out of my summer to graduate nursing school, and I would not go back and change it for anything, because I got through it. We got through it. It was a small group of us. I think it was like right at 50 students, and I believe we all passed the program. We like bodied this summer, okay? Like, we did that. And it was a very busy summer, but it was definitely worth it. So, past nursing school, I had my pinning ceremony. I took my NCLEX September 7th, and I passed in 75 questions, and in less than an hour. How does someone who failed pass the NCLEX? I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how. Because nursing does not dictate your capability of being a nurse. It does not. It does not. You dictate your capability of being a nurse. Your drive, your motivation, you not wanting to give up, you asking questions, you asking for help. Like, that is what's gonna make you a good nurse, not a test in nursing school at all, okay? So all in all, that is where I've been. That's why I've been MIA, because honestly, I just decided to buckle down and focus on passing. So I'm like, this YouTube channel means nothing if I don't graduate nursing school. Like, so I focused and I got through it. I passed. My cheeks hurt from smiling because I'm reliving the moments all over again. It was so surreal to finally graduate, but it felt amazing. And yeah, so I told you where I've been. Now I'm gonna tell you where I'm at. So I accepted a residency in the cardiac cath lab. Basically, I interviewed back in June, I think the 1st or 2nd week of June, and then I got my offer the 3rd week, the last week of June. I remember leaving clinical and I got the offer. So yeah, and honestly, I only interviewed for a cardiac cath lab. I was going to do the NICU, however, and I was working in the NICU at this time. I don't know how I feel about certain bedside positions, and being that the time that we're in right now in nursing, I knew I could keep my options open. Like, I didn't subject myself to just like, oh, I have to do this, I have to start in med surg, I have to start in bedside. Like, no, you don't, and don't let anybody tell you that you have to, okay? Even as an ADN nurse, don't let anyone tell you that you have to start somewhere in order to get somewhere else. Like, that's not true. So basically, the time rolled around for my cohort to start applying for jobs, and I saw cath lab and I saw IR. And if you all don't know, IR is interventional radiology. So it's another procedural nursing role. So I applied for those two because I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is a once in a lifetime. They have a residency. Like, these were GN resident positions to apply for. So I was like, okay, like, I'm just gonna apply. Like, what I've never really seen besides OR any other procedural area like offer graduate nurse residents. So I started doing my research on that hospital. I saw that hospital has had this residency before, at least the cath lab one, not IR, but the cath lab one. So I applied to cath lab and I applied to IR. I applied to one NICU, but then I withdrew it because I decided, like, as I was doing my research for interviews, I decided, you know what? I think I really want to shoot for cath lab. Like, and I don't recommend this. I do not recommend only, you know, just putting your eggs in one basket. But I just had this feeling, and the one thing about me, like, when I see something that I want, I'm gonna work my butt off for it, basically. And that's exactly what I did. So I pretty much I had 2 interviews total, and they were both for cath lab, and they were for 2 different hospitals, and I got the one that I wanted. So yeah, I'm gonna be in the cath lab, and I'm gonna talk about my role. If you all want to stay tuned to see what all I'm going to be doing in the cath lab, because it's not going to be pre-op and PACU. Like, I'm going to be in the procedures. So I'm going to, you know, I can share with you all about that. And I'm going to be starting a graduate nurse series as well. Fingers crossed that I can stick to it, because it's going to be so busy. So yeah, that's that. But I just really wanted to come on here and use this time to update you all, because yeah, it's been a minute. So that is it for this video. Please stay tuned for the next video where I tell you exactly how I got my graduate nurse residency in the cath lab. Yes, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.